a growing problem that is impacting the Florida housing market. Over the past few years, the state of Florida has experienced significant growth in its real estate market, with many people moving to the state for its warm climate, beautiful beaches, and affordable housing options. However, as demand for housing continues to rise, a new problem is emerging that could have serious consequences for both the state's economy and its residents. The problem that I'm referring to is the increasing number of real estate investors buying up homes in Florida, driving up prices and making it increasingly difficult for regular families to afford a home. In fact, according to recent data, nearly 1 in 5 homes sold in Florida in 2021 were purchased by investors rather than families looking for a place to call home. This trend is becoming a huge problem for the Florida housing market, and it's one that we cannot afford to ignore. So, what is driving this trend? One factor is the low interest rates that have been in place over the past few years. These low rates have made it easier for investors to secure financing for their real estate purchases, driving up demand for housing and leading to higher prices. Additionally, the pandemic has fueled demand for single-family homes as people look for more space and a place to work from home. This has led to increased competition for homes, making it more difficult for regular families to compete with well-financed investors. Another factor driving this trend is the rise of short-term rentals. Platforms like Airbnb and Vrbo have made it easier than ever for investors to rent out their properties to vacationers, leading to a surge in demand for vacation homes in Florida. This has driven up prices for vacation homes, making it more difficult for families to afford a second home or even a primary residence in certain areas. The problem is particularly acute in some of Florida's most popular markets, such as Miami, Orlando, and Tampa. In these areas, housing prices have skyrocketed over the past few years, making it increasingly difficult for families to afford a home. This has also led to an increase in homelessness, as people who cannot afford housing are forced to live on the streets. So, what can be done to address this problem? One possible solution is to implement policies that discourage real estate investors from buying up homes in Florida. For example, some cities have implemented regulations that restrict short-term rentals, making it more difficult for investors to profit from vacation homes. Additionally, some states have implemented taxes on second homes or investment properties, making it more expensive for investors to purchase these types of properties. Another possible solution is to increase the supply of affordable housing in Florida. This could be done through the construction of new affordable housing units or through the renovation of existing homes. Some cities have also implemented programs that provide financial assistance to families looking to purchase a home, making it easier for them to compete with real estate investors. Ultimately, it's clear that the trend of real estate investors buying up homes in Florida is becoming a huge problem for the state's housing market. If left unchecked, it could have serious consequences for the state's economy and its residents. That's why it's essential that we take action now to address this problem, whether through policy changes or increased investment in affordable housing. Thank you.